Okay. What's happening, everyone? Excuse me, I got a little cold going on, getting over it. We're going to check out this game. I'm starting to get really liking it. It's coming along beautifully. And first of all, we're going to start a new run. We're going to change our day forwarding from 3 days per hour to 1 day per hour. Just so we don't starve to death just trying to get going. Obviously, they need to work on that just a little bit. But we'll leave everything else as it is. We're going to turn on pirate ships. Haven't seen any. But hopefully we will. We can go loot they say don't approach them, the pirate ships, because they'll destroy you. But once they leave the island that they're at, that you see them near, you can go over there and pick up what they left behind. Well, just throw us in the water, will ya? Let's get up on shore here. Alright. So, let's do a little beach combing. We need, to get us started, we're going to need 3 sticks, a stone, we'll take this with us. We'll go over here to do our first little trekkie thing. Alright, in today's video we're going to concentrate on just making a raft, making some tools, and getting off this island. They left us an oar. It's actually in pretty good shape. We'll leave it here though. We're going to make our own, so you can see how to do it. This is just a box that you can break down to make, for building materials. We will take one of these logs. We're going to make our raft out of bamboo to start with. If you just want to get moving, obviously you can make your raft out of these if there's enough laying around. But for our purposes, we're just going to bring it over here because we're going to need to use it a little bit. Let's see, there's another small stick. Okay, we'll get into all this other stuff. But for right now, we're just going to see what we can find around the island here. Doesn't look like there's much on this island, so it's a good thing we're just going to make some things and get up out of here. There's no shipwreck around to dive on, so we're not going to find anything unless it's washed up on the beach. There's a small rock. We can take that with us. We need one more stick. We'll definitely take a coconut. Need one more stick. I'm going to try my hand at a couple little tutorial videos here for us. Let's see what I can come up with. Don't have another stick laying around. Got to be a stick here somewhere. Well, okay, we got 2 sticks, so that'll get us started. Third stick we'll get here in a minute. So let's throw those in the ground. Alright. So there's 2 ways to get carving rocks. We can break them off these big carving rocks, or we can just find them laying on the beach, these little tiny slabs. One of these medium carving rocks, they'll give you anywhere from 3 to 7 carving stones. Out of this one, we got 5. 4 is usually the average, I've noticed. Then you break it down. The first one you get is a hammer stone. We'll break the next one down. We get the hammer stone, break it down some more, and we get our axe. So put that rock down. We'll pick up the hammer stone because that's the first one we have to build. Let's build our hammer. Okay, and let's pick up the stone, hit it twice, and we got our hammer. Let's pick that up. Let's make our axe. Put a stick on it, and we'll use our hammer to hit it twice, and we can pick that up. We don't care about that. Okay. We'll get into coconuts here in a minute. Let's tear this palm tree down because we like this palm tree. So we can create our raft out of it. Okay, our guy's getting tired. Oh, looks like we're gonna get some coconuts out of it. Coconuts are always good. Our guy is already exhausted. Okay, so let's go over here. It's going to take us forever to get through this palm tree. But that's okay. This is just how rough it is in the beginning. We can find metal tools. It makes light work out of all this. But with primitive tools, you know, they're not as efficient. Well, you wouldn't think your guy would be this exhausted already. Just saying. Okay. We're going to need these palm fronds. I tend to push them a little hard, so I mean, we could sit down and rest, and But that doesn't help our daylight situation. Okay. So now let's get some of these. Because we're going to need sticks. We might have to take a nap. Nah. Our guy's tough. He can handle it. There we go. That's what we wanted. Right there. Okay, and then we got to split this one because we need 2 logs. Or 2 thick sticks. There we go. We got our thick branches. All right. So let's put that away. Hey. What the hell? Where'd our palm logs go? Oh, they glitched out on us. Ain't that some crap? Okay. Well, let's pick these up before they disappear. Ooh, we didn't get many of them, but we're going to craft us a backpack. We're going to craft us a small side bag and a tool belt. Okay. So now we need a small stick. And now we need a knife. So let's go here, get the rock back. Get our rock back. So we made the hammer, then the axe, and the third one will be the knife shard. We'll pick that up. Bring it over here. Let's go to crafting the tools. Make our knife. We need a small stick. And we need our hammer. Hit it twice. And now we have a small knife. The knife does not last very long. So you will make a couple of them until you can find a metal one. Okay, there's our backpack. The reason I make these right away is because without them, this is all the carrying slots you have. So you don't get very much done very quickly with not having these in your arsenal. So let's just hit P to wear them. So now we go in here, we can move our materials, our tools onto our tool belt. And then we have some storage space here. We have a volume of 60 available and a weight of 10. Can't exceed either one of them. We have 3 pounds of weight over here. We have a hand free and 2 pockets free. So, technically, we can just pick up our pine cone. our coconuts, and it stores them for us. So we can put, looks like we can put one more coconut in there, but we're gonna use this. Up there in the right corner it says, I wonder if I'm the only one alive. And then we go look at the arrow, and it wants us to take a short trip to that island over there. So now that we need to make a new raft, since our palm tree disappeared. But that's part of the fun of being an alpha. But let's see if we can just make logs, because it's the same construction for the boats. But we don't have to cut down another palm tree. But we might have to, because we might not have enough log. There's one. Let's take it back over here, because we want to go to that island where the arrow is pointing. Now we go to make our boat here. Go to crafting, go to boats. These three first boats suck, because all they are is the boat. These three, though, however, you can attach chests and barrels to them to take with you to improve your storage capacity. And these are just the primitive boats for the beginning. So we'll do the log canoe. One, because we already have the log. Hopefully we can find another one. If not, we'll switch it out. Green coconuts. Here you go. So, green coconuts, you take out your axe, your hatchet, bust it open, and you get water. You can drink the water. Now, you can fill that with seawater and make salt. We'll get into that in another tutorial. Probably in the next tutorial, we'll get into salt and the vitamin C. See, you can also find those carving stones just laying on the beach. You don't have to get them off the big block. I just find it a lot easier, because usually there's not a lot of carving stones just laying around. So there's another green coconut. You can also get water out of the brown coconuts. So the brown coconuts will give you water. They'll give you husks, and they'll give you coconut meat. So you can have food. You can get food and water, and you can get if you break down the husk with a knife, you can get the materials to start crafting ropes. You have to use the ropes to secure your chest to your rafts. So now we got to beat this with our hammer. Put it together. Now, like I said, there's a paddle over there, but we're going to craft our own, because we need to learn how to do it. So we go down here to craft, and it says we need, let's go to here, because on the screen, their text, they need to make it bigger if they're going to put it in the middle of the screen. But we need 1 long stick and 4 fire sticks. Okay. So, we have a long stick right here. We'll pick it up, place it on there. Now, to get fire sticks, we need to break down small sticks. That should give us 3 fire sticks, but we need 4. So, let's just break down a long stick. And break down another small stick. I think it said we needed 4. Oops. Okay, now we're going to beat it with our hammer. I think it says 8 times there. Or 6. 6. So there, now we have our paddle. So we'll pick that up, we'll bring it over here, and we'll drop it. So before we go, let's break down this coconut. Show you how that works. So when you break it down, you'll get a stripped coconut and 4 coconut fibers. You break down the stripped coconut, and you get water that you can drink right from the coconut. You pull out your knife, if our guy wouldn't get exhausted too quick. There we go. Now we got something to eat. Okay, now the pot we need to take with us, because these will become valuable, and you'll see why in the next episode. So we'll store that in our thing, in our pack. So if we break down this coconut husk, we get what they call coconut fiber. Okay, so we'll pick those up. Now, coconut fiber serves 2 purposes. One, we won't use very often because there's cheaper ways to do it. But coconut fires, the kindling for your campfire, we'll show you that in the next episode. But it also makes rope, small rope. So you need 3 coconut fires to make a small rope. You need 4 small ropes to make a large rope to secure stuff onto your raft. And we'll go over that in a future episode. For right now, we're just gonna go to this next island. So you right click on your raft to pick it up, walk it out into the ocean. You can turn it. Okay. Just make sure it's floating and not sitting on the sand, because it'll say too shallow water. So let's go over here and pick up our paddle. The better condition your paddle is in, the faster and the farther you can go. Now, ultimately, you want to build big raft that you can kind of live on, and have sails, and you don't have to do this. But when you're in your little cluster, your little island clusters, which is usually islands within eye shot. Not that way far out one, but like probably that one. Oh, maybe that one over there, that rock one. You'll see when we get into mapping. Your little cluster. Sometimes the wind's not in your favor, so your sail won't. Like, say if the wind's blowing from the south to the north and you want to go south, well, obviously you can't, because you don't have any wind pushing you that way. It's pushing you backwards. So you can build these little boats and just go island hopping, and then bring everything back to the mothership or your whatever land island you make a base on, or both. Close to our new island, we can see there's some stuff on the beach. We have a shipwreck we can dive on over there. We'll get into all this in the next episode. The next episode we'll get into our journal, and we'll dive a wreck, and we'll talk about salt, fishing, vitamin C, all that good stuff. Big thing you want to do is walk up on shore, drop your paddle, and pick your raft up out of the water, because your raft will leave you in the middle of the night. So we went from there. We started out with no tools. We now have a full complement of primitive tools right now. We have some food stores and water stores. We have the start makings of some rope or campfires. We'll show you all that next episode. We did the crafting of the boats, the little canoes. Next episode, we'll get into crafting some ropes and some other items. How to make fires. Might get into a little, but we're going to leave our survivor here for the night, and we'll search the island and all that tomorrow. We'll just crawl up here in the grass a little bit, and we'll just get a little bit of sleep, and we'll talk about health and all that other good stuff in the next episode. See, we only have a bed convenience of 40% because we're sleeping in the grass instead of the sand. Sand is only, I think, 30%. We'll get into how to get more out of that tomorrow or in the next episode. And here we are. So until next episode, keep on surviving. I'll send her the heart.